Hey, Suzanne here with Caregiver Haven. So, we've got some questions from our caregivers and seniors that I want to bring to your attention, and let's get them answered today. Okay, so I've got two questions here. We're talking about kidney failure, so this is an important question. You'll see my blogs, you'll see my YouTubes on kidney failure and the hidden, the hidden things behind them. All right, first question. My dad is a diabetic, but he still drinks diet soda every day. It's the worst. Oh my gosh. Okay. He swears it's better than regular soda and says that it keeps him off the sugar. Well, first of all, we know it really doesn't keep him off the sugar because there are 52 names of fake sugars that are really sugars in these sodas. And I actually had given you a list of all that. So you got to look on the labels. But those sugars are absolutely in those sodas. Okay. Even though it's 0 calories, calories and sugar have nothing to do with each other. Sugar is addicting. Calories are things that add weight, right? Okay. So I've tried explaining to you that artificial sweeteners may not be safe. She's tried to explain this to him, but he just rolls his eyes and says, the doctor didn't tell me to stop. But how can I convince him to cut back without sounding controlling? All right, this is Lydia that wrote this in. So Lydia, here's the problem. How many times have I tried to get people off sodas? And for me, in my practice, Mountain Dew was the culprit. Everybody drank Mountain Dew. And I didn't even have to know they drank Mountain Dew. They had a gray hue to them, like a gray coloring to them, by drinking so many years of Mountain Dew. Anyway, so many seniors had grew up hearing that diet meant healthy. So they switched to diet soda and they felt like they were doing progress. But we know that those have artificial sweeteners in them, which are worse for the kidneys than anything else. So the key is to not lecture them. They care about this, and it's very addicting. Diet sodas are very addicting. So maybe you could say something like, hey, before you drink that soda, how about having a glass of water? What we're trying to do is replace the soda slowly with water. That will actually work. All right. You can also show him that it's not no soda ever. It's just swapping out 1 can of soda for water. Just make it plain water, because the next thing you know, they're going to start flavoring their water with sugar, right? So just remind him that it's just better to drink the water. Some people hate water. I know that. But if you could just leave a bunch of water around the house in little shot glasses, maybe you could just drink more water. He'll drink less soda. Okay? All right, the second question. Let's see, this is from Frank. I'm 72 and I've started reading labels after a kidney scare last year. Good, Frank, I'm proud of you. And I was shocked to find sugar listed under the names I didn't recognize. Right, like the maltose and the dextrose and the fruit concentrate. And he says, I feel tricked. Well, you are, because this is what the food industry does to us. So how can I keep my meals healthy without giving up everything I enjoy? You bring up a good point. And I love that you're reading the labels. I love that you do that. I'm so proud of you. That's one of the smartest kidney saving habits there is. And you're right, the food industry does use over 52 different names for sugar. And once we catch on to these names, they start changing them and making up new names. It's terrible. But sugar is in everything, right? So the goal isn't to go sugar free. What it is to start limiting this. So here's how. First, keep a short list on your refrigerator of the common names, the 52 names like I've given you in my blog. And I'll put my blog in the link. And if you spot 2 or more of them near the top of the ingredient list on the label, all right, that product is not your friend, because they always label the most of something on the top, right? And the least of something on the bottom. Second, you have to retrain your taste buds. It's going to take some time to cut out sugar. If you cut it out by 25% over 2 weeks and then 50%, within a month, the natural flavors are going to taste so much better. And third, find joy in replacements. Find those things that work better for you. When you go out to eat and you're at a restaurant, you're going to see that the whole plate is full of sugar. They would never tell you how much sugar and salt they put in that stuff. So you might ask for whole food meals on the menu, like a salad, unfortunately, is boring. And we can get a salad at home for probably a lot less than what we're paying at a restaurant. Or maybe look at an appetizer. At least that's a smaller amount of salt and sugar that you're getting than the whole meal, which we half the time we take home, right? So the other thing is to try some fresh fruit and cinnamon for sweetness, plain Greek yogurt with some berries in it, a kind of sweet. Don't forget hydration too. It's your kidney's best defense. So you want to make sure that you're cutting out the salt and you're putting more water in. So keep water close. Sip regularly. And if you feel bored with plain water, put some mint or orange flavors in it or cucumber in it. Try different things. It's going to take some practice before you get used to this, but then you're going to wonder how you ever did anything else. Trust me, it really does work. You got to retrain that brain. Take care, and we'll talk soon. And I'll leave this information on the link so you've got it there. Most of us know that we have to try to change something in the way we're eating. And we just never realized how many hidden sugars there were in our processed food. So look at this 52 fake sugars that could be destroying your kidneys, making you gain weight. It's all there. You're reaching for sweet things again. Take care. Bye-bye.